let's start with this Starstruck panel. Yes, I'm Sabu. Hi, I'm Ashwarya. I currently work in TCS. I initially started off as a developer and then I proceeded to work in cybersecurity. So I started off with some basic certifications, gaining skills and knowledge, and I started off working as a SOC analyst at my team. And I feel that's it for my introduction. Last one. So my name is Rohit. I think we interacted with our speaker. So I have almost 15 years of experience in cybersecurity. As I mentioned, I eat logs, I drink packets, and there's a ton of loss. So if you need any help, also. Myself Ravi Mutawai, I give you a few movie, and I also have few friends all in India. So around 16 plus years into this industry, currently working as a senior police security architect with back India. I've been, we can say, 10 years into pure IT security and last 5 years into IT security. Hello everyone, my name is Shishani Krishna. I currently work as a security researcher, and I guess we have interacted a lot in my previous session around there. And I don't have a lot of experience in the field, I'm still learning. And I don't know that I guess I have pretty much of knowledge that I can help you guys with in whatever area security you decide to embark a journey on. So if you need anything in the development or security process and one of them and everything. So if you want to transition into something into security or a career, or you have a hard time in recognizing what field you want to embark onto, you can get in touch with me. Okay, so hi everyone, myself Jayesh. I am the youngest of these people. I have just 1.2 years of experience. Still on this panel, I don't know why. Well, because you said. Okay, yeah, because there's switch currently. So previously I used to work in SOC. I used to also handle GRC and audits, and then I also work as a PA tester in my previous organization, audit technologies. Then I currently switched at St. Gobaร์ds. It's just been a 1 month and 9 days probably. Yeah, so it's a big switch, and currently I'm working as a CTA analyst. It's cyber threat intel. The work I handle are various steps of TSM tools, sandboxing, then campaigns, which we're trading all over SG Group, and then also hunting down threats. That's my work portfolio currently. So if you would like to gain knowledge on how to switch, and then if you're unclear about what to do next, I can guide you on that. Also, I'm more like a beginner's perspective. So if any student wants to get connected to me to start their journey and embark in cybersecurity, then I can help you. Hi, myself Philip. I have close to 15 years of work experience. I currently work as assistant vice president at Cycles Agency. I manage multiple teams, application security, vulnerability management, pen testing, governance, audit, impact, threat data, SOC as well. So managing multiple teams across multiple domains of information security. So myself not so technical as this developer, but I manage these teams fairly good. So just keep the mic with you. So it's an interesting question which everybody would have, that what advice would you give to just get into the track of cybersecurity, and what would you tell your younger self if they want to reach your position, so that these newcomers within cybersecurity have a vision of it, that what they need to look at. So just wanted you to shed light on that. No, yeah, I mean, that is a good thing that you need to first identify what you want to get into within information security. I will not say cybersecurity, because cybersecurity itself is a very limited technical field that possesses only technical areas related to cyber. But if you want to get into, information security, then it becomes a bigger ambit. You have audit, the way you mentioned, he used to manage audits, yes. So the governance, risk, compliance, audit, ISO, these are also part of information security, physical security. What you saw today is only part of cybersecurity, that is SOC, threat hunting, and so on. Then comes different fields. What he does, research and manual analysis, and research. Then comes a different field, like it's vulnerability assessment, pen testing, application security, or what we spoke of as bug hunting, bug bounty. So then itself is another side. So it is important that you identify which field or which domain you are good at or you want to get into. You are focused on offensive part, defensive part, governance part, compliance part. It doesn't matter, which part you choose. But once you choose, you stick to that and then you move towards certifications that are relevant to those fields. You don't have to, everyone has to be a threat hunter only. Or doesn't everybody have to be a bug hunter only. We can be two different parts of a person. And pursue certifications according to that. Then you can be able to enforce that, 100% and go gradually in that you become manager, team leader, and CISO or something like that. Right?
So excellent, like walkthrough of your current life. So I would like you guys to just share your pointers adding on to that, so that our team will get little bit more clarity. So, sir, as said, from a management perspective, Jay, maybe you have a lot of experience dealing with a lot of incidents. So you can shed light from that aspect, that how to grow within a SOC environment kind of stuff, or the challenges that you have faced in day to day life. Okay, so with that, I would like to add on to this points. So once you get into cybersecurity, like you have thought, yeah, they got cybersecurity coming, but down the line you have to think which niche are you going to see. As I said, there are different parts in cybersecurity. Then it's more like then we have also OT security. Most of you are not familiar with OT. It's a much bigger scale than cybersecurity. Okay. So for this, with my perspective will be as a learners, start reading blogs. Outside there are hundreds of blogs which are published daily. If you go on cyber news, you will get it. If you go on Fitly, you will find news related to everything. There is a basic tweak that you can use. On Twitter, you go and type hashtag malware. You will get around 40 to 50 blogs daily that are being posted. Then there is one famous baby computer. If anyone is read, yeah, so you guys can go on and check those blogs, read about the article, what was the attack, how attack was prevented, then what was the vulnerability. It is also mentioned in NVD. So National Vulnerability Database. So you have to read all of this, understand it, so that you can understand what's happening in attack as well as defense, and how both roles are being played in the environment of cybersecurity. Okay. So first of all that, and then next one will be uh, get to know about certifications. Now my path was कि मेरे को पता चला मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ. I just joined cybersecurity. हाँ बस मैं लिया. Okay. अब क्या करता हूँ? So first month I started with GRC. I learned about networking, the basics of networking, ports, IPs, क्या होता है, like what is MAC address, ये सब नहीं पता. So I started learning all of that till the basic, three handshake, four handshake, सब कुछ. ये सब पढ़ना पड़ता है टोपोलॉजी के साथ. And after that, you get the networking class. You are good at SOC. You are good at log. And then you can move to AppSec if you want to switch, or you can move to incident response threat hunting in duty. So that should be your goal. So for you, it will be from a perspective of how to get into the research of mothers, how to basically do what you do. I would like you to just preface onto the asset discovery aspect of it, because that will be what these guys will be looking at least in the start. Alright, I start from quoting my father. He always says something like he's doing something in the Navy, so हमेशा एक बात बोलते हैं कि कुछ चीजें आप पहले से डिसाइड नहीं करते. You jump into them. Okay. So being from that background, I never actually gave a complete thought of what I'm getting myself into until I actually got myself into it. Okay. So for my journey, I have done sales, I've done marketing, I've done AI, I've done ML, I've done everything. I have like कोदर घाट घाट का पानी भी है. I've tasted all of them. And to be honest, I found my zero where my zeal and my interest lies. Like
I can be awake from 2 nights and you won't even notice it from my face. नहीं पता चलेगा. Until and unless you decide कि what is the thing that keeps you up, even 1 बजे अगर आपके फोन करके randomly आप talking to anybody, मैं 1 बजे फोन कर रहा हूँ कि यार मेरे से ना ये HTV का बॉक्स सॉल्व नहीं हो रहा है. हाँ यार गूगल पे करते हैं ना सामने करते हैं सीधे खेलते हैं. To be very honest, I have done projects with companies as a freelancer and वहां से मैंने सीखा. I never went to TSM या HTTP मैंने boxes solve नहीं किया until the last 2 months. मैंने कभी solve नहीं किया. That's why I got in touch with Javi Dusra here. And he gave me a really good content I've already spoken to him about. Okay. And that's how I did my projects. So, being from that background, I would suggest कि until unless आप लोग ये decide नहीं करते कि आपका interest कहाँ पे है, you won't be able to make it in any field, guys. Let alone be security, you won't be able to make it. Okay. And I personally have a thing कि when there is something off in like the information में या अगर किसी ने पहचान है तो like something is always not completed today. तो I get to know that. और वो क्यों है ऐसा, वो चीज ऐसी क्यों है, how can I get better is something that I really am. So इसीलिए I am going into the research part like Manak was saying. So I would say कि find your zeal, find of who you are self. Okay. When you are available for your own self, you will be available for everybody else. Otherwise, there's no point कि दोस्तों करते 12 बजे उधर पे भी होने की खुद की तबीयत 104 बुखार और दवाई नहीं खाए. What's the point? You are the center of your universe, guys. अपने आप को जानो, अपने इंटरेस्ट को जानो, and then अपने इंटरेस्ट के हिसाब से what field can you make a career in, or you can grow big. This is something that you're I guess. Does anyone want to ask anything or anything?
No, we'll open the forum up for people later.
I would just like to add 2 things to what my fellow colleague said. Guys, make your basics very strong. For freshers as well as the medium people, whenever you go for interviews or something, you need to have your basics very strong. Because that makes you stand apart from the others. If I have 10 CVs and if I want to select one of them, I would like select that one which has basics very strong. So these are kind of बोलते हैं ना कि गुरु मंत्र होता है जो that takes you in longer into your life, right? And the second point I wanted to add is like have a mentor in your life. Mentor can be any senior person that you admire in your life. And then ask me how you should see yourself from 3 years or 5 years down the line. Maybe right now sitting here, I too had many mentors in my life, but yes, that has helped me to grow the way that I have grown. So that are the kind of two takeaways for me or 2 suggestions for me and precious people that have these kind of people who can guide, you can mentor कि आपको 3 साल बाद कहाँ पे देखना है खुद को, 5 साल बाद कहाँ पे देखना है, and then decide your journey for that.
Already covered everything. See, my concepts, my main suggestion to you is your concept has to be very, very strong. Very strong. You should know systems, you should know networks. Okay, before you come out from your college, okay, before you have your degree in your hand, you should know all these things. How many of you want error book, networking, 3rd year, first time? And nobody knows. Okay, if you ask me, still I remember 15 years back, I did PCS, I did not complete my engineering, I did PCS. This is very important. If you ask me 12 in the morning, okay, what is 4600? I should be able to tell you. Your concept has to be very clear. Okay, then you can decide when you are doing. You can decide for yourself. Okay, this is my effort. Secondly, most important thing, innovation, the rapid innovation is in startup. There are a lot of big companies, but rapid innovation is in startup. When you get into any company, try to be in that company for your first company, try to be in that company for at least 40 months. You can say that, I will say that, please give yourself to that company, to that technology. I worked with my previous company, I worked for 10 years, 8, 9 years. I was doing everything. It is not 40 hours of work or 90 hours of work, what is going around. Okay, it is all about how much you want to get from that technology, how much you want to go deep into the laws, deep into, let's say, back, deep into the research or something. Okay, you should be in depth of that. Okay, your first company, that is the best company that you they are trusted in. And because you are a fresh, they're trusting you, they're grooming you. So be there with that company for at least 40 months and try to learn as much technical stuff that you can. Okay, and your concept has to be very strong. And once you come out from the college, the concept that you have learned and the concept that you are learning right now with your professional experience, carry forward from. Now go more deep into horizontal, don't go by vertical. Okay, for the next 5 to 6 years, you have to have 3 years, 7 years, actually, you have to have very horizontal depth about that concept. Then you can learn it. Okay, now I want to be a soft manager. I want to be, let's say, research lead or something like that. Go more depth. By default, you will get calls, you will get market attention if your concepts and you are really thrown into that. Okay, so my main takeaway is that stay with your current organization for 40 months and go deep into that. Okay, though they are not going to ask you, okay, try to ask one question. No question is a silly question until you have 5 years of experience. Okay, so go deep into that and your concept has to be really strong. Otherwise, it is very difficult for to survive in this market. I am, I work entire my life into startup. Okay, I've seen innovation that is happening in rapid like this. Morning 9 a.m. we are talking about something. 9 when we are doing something that is different. And by 2 a.m., 3 a.m. I was interviewing to one of the banks in somewhere in Middle East. It is something different. Okay, so that fast and rapid changes that are happening. Okay, so if you are not conceptually strong, you cannot be able to survive in the market. This is what I think.
Hi. Okay, so I think everyone has covered major chunks of it. I have a very, let me say, slightly different take on it. When you're selecting a domain, and I would suggest whenever you're selecting a domain, choose a domain and stick to it. But at the same time, have the knowledge of different things. Your knowledge should not be just in depth, but it should be on a T scale. You should be knowing multiple things. As they say, a jack of all trades but a master of none is always better than. I think it's something like that. But yeah. I'm so sorry, I couldn't connect to it immediately. But as a person who has started in development, I would say I worked in React.js, then I proceeded to work in .NET, and then I switched to cybersecurity. For me, the process was always like learn something, impart that knowledge. I have been a part of Women in Tech, and I have also mentored some of my few colleagues who have now also shifted to cybersecurity. My always aim has been to learn as many things as possible and then proceed to learn what I like or whatever you prefer. Learn everything, knowledge is as it comes. Uh, gain knowledge and focus on the things that you like. For example, a person who has worked in cybersecurity as a SOC, I have grown liking towards VAPT. So I would personally put more efforts into learning that. Browse domains as a student. I would recommend people to browse the domains and see what you like. Choose that, and yeah, I feel that is the way you can go ahead. And
Yeah. So excellent responses by the panelists. So let me just walk you through what happened in my lab first. So as a lot of you might be familiar faces, you might know me. So I'll just give my introduction again. Manan Sheikh, I'm currently working in control risk. Previously, I used to work in EY. So I do organizational resilience. Now, that is a mixed bag of a lot of things. So you have some auditing, you have some BABD, you have some incident response, and you need to be on top of different things. So as my co-panelist already said, that you need in-depth knowledge about stuff. So when I was in engineering, I practically like studied for CCNA, did not give my CCNA, just studied about it to get my networking stuff in order. Post that, I was lucky enough to get into an MBA in cybersecurity management at a premier institute in Gandhinagar. So from there, I got the lead for EY. So where I worked as a consultant, and I usually like work within the pharma sector, which is highly regulated sector in my opinion. So which has a few things. Also worked in OT a bit. So Ravinder sir might have gotten a lot of my calls back then. Uh, so yes, so it's been an amazing experience, and again stressing on to certificate. So even if it's studying about certificate, so I got attracted by singular certificate when I was pursuing my consulting career, which was called as CISSP. So that is a lot of people refer to it as a gold standard of cybersecurity, but in my opinion, it's like Tata Valley of cybersecurity, where you will get a taste of every domain there is, and you have the basic understanding from top to bottom. So very grateful I cracked that exam. So that is something which I look for if I am hiring for somebody, because now I am in a position which is very stark different from where I started within this. I've also taken some interviews within the cybersecurity domain. So that's the perspective where I'm coming from. Then CISSP, I would like to talk to a person because I know how hard it is to get and what is the depth required to just pass that exam, and what are the skills that the person has. If he is a PhD person, has he forayed into some other type of domain just to make himself unique? So I would like to ask basically our panelists to have a lot of varied years of experience at what they would be looking for in a new candidate to be hired, because I think that will be very important for them to know beforehand, and will give them a very good vision. So, yeah.
I could suggest everyone to have the thirst for knowledge. Whatever the requirement comes, you should be open to learning it and exploring yourself with what you are going to like and what would you be willing to pursue. That is initiative.
So some things I think that
You are asking a question of what the
so if you are hiring, let's say if you are hiring, so I think a few of people have not hired yet, like within our panel, but this question is for those with 7+ years of experience usually. Like what I will be looking at a career, at a candidate, that this skill is very attractive to me from my perspective, or as points you will be looking for, or from a certificate you will be looking for, that yes, I think that this candidate will be suitable for any role which you are hiring.
two things I always look for. One is the whatever, let's say I'm going to get a resume of someone is from incident response, or let's say someone is from something. Whatever he's doing, how much he is good at. Okay. And second thing that I always used to look for, attitude. Because where he is working, the same environment he is not going to get in my company. Okay. Whether he has the right attitude to learn, adopt, and move with it. Okay. He has to be like cheetah. Okay. Because the cybersecurity attackers are there achieving very rapidly. Very rapidly. I will tell you one example. I was talking to one candidate. He was having 4 years, not in 4 years of experience, but he was mentioning me. I have asked him one question that are you following this particular time that is going on? He said yes, and he told me that going just 3 hours back, there is a new technique that is being discovered for that. I had to. He is really adaptive. He is really quick into understanding what is happening in the market, how attackers are changing. Okay, and I like this attitude. Okay, and forget about whether how much depth about knowledge about things having right now there. I can train it. I can technical knowledge I can pass it, but if you don't have attitude to learn, then it is very difficult to cybersecurity. You should have a really hard working attitude with cybersecurity. Program You just type, I want to look for ABC. You will get hundreds of blogs available, hundreds of repositories, hundreds of GitHub repositories, hundreds of forums available, and 70% of code available on Stack Overflow. But if I'm going to just type right now on your phone, I want to look for ACB Bangalore now. Nothing is there. If you ask ChatGPT, it will give you, I don't know whether it's going to be right or wrong answer. That is a big difference. So you need to have a really good attitude in cybersecurity. Otherwise, I will not have that candidate. Because if I'm going to hire him, it is a burden of me. Okay, I got fired now. Okay, it's not the case the wrong comment of a job or anything that it is something that it is a livelihood. I don't want a livelihood. I want someone who is a good worker for me. Okay, that's very important.
Yeah, maybe as my colleagues covered, and as I also told that core concepts are the one that I look after. खाली थियरी आके फायदा नहीं है. You need to know those core concepts. जब तक आपने R&D नहीं की होगी तो the other person can easily judge you. Yes, खाली पढ़ के आया है कि इसको सही में इसका कुछ पता है. That can be the one criteria that I look after when I do hirings. The other thing is how collaborative it is. Because if we talk about today's work, most of the teams work in collaborative environment. So अगर कुछ silent रहेंगे अपना काम कर रहे हैं तो that would not help the rest of the people right in the team. So we need people who are collaborative, open to learn. As my colleague said that खाली VAPT आ रहा है and then he's not doing the other areas, but he should have that key interest to explore those areas in that work requires. So that are the kind of key areas that I look when I look to hire for candidates.
So I generally hire, I don't look at certification first. Of course, certifications are important. I myself am like, I also CISSP certified. But then apart from that, there are other certifications like AWS, CEH, Azure, but that all those certification comes when there was a need. So when a candidate as a fresher comes, it is not always that he might or she might have so many certifications in the beginning. As a fresher, when I'm hiring or it is 2 years experience. So it is what opens they have been into important the basics. Like the basics are important, and I already mentioned that once you stick to a domain, it is good that you should know all the domains. But your whatever domain you choose, their concept has to be very strong. You cannot apply the CSSP and then or OSCP and then go for SOC interview. I mean that won't even resonate with what you are looking to pursue. That shows that your mind is not at one place. Right? OSCP is good, it's highly technical, very strong, very difficult certification. So is CSSP, but then you cannot just go for or go for cloud security with that. So all the certifications are important. Senior and whatever you choose, start with basics. Say for example, you start with Security Plus or CEH from EC Council. Start with those certifications. Those certifications are the ones that covers all your domains. Your reconnaissance, scanning, VAPT, cloud security, everything. It covers everything. And trust me, your certifications are important, but they will get you into the company. It is all your knowledge and your interview skills. Right? The interview skills is what gets you in the company. If 5 people are applying, one is having AWS and others 10 certifications, but his basics are not that clear. And 10%, no company is going to hire anyone. Even if they hire, they are not going to pay him or her a good package. They might hire him just for the sake of hiring, but it is not the good package the person is cracking. Because he's overqualifying with certifications and it is still resident. So you don't want that. So make sure that whatever certification you choose, you thoroughly clear that certification because the moment you put a certification name, you are implying that you know in and out of that certification. Like CSSP, it has 10 domains, 10 key domains. In those 10 domains, CSSP requires you to have at least 5 years of experience. That's the basic requirement. For 5 years of experience, out of 10, you need to have at least 3 or 4 domains. You need to have those experience.
Like you have to map it.
Map with them. And as a fresher, you clear CSSB by some means. There are paid people also. They get you after paisa they get 1 lakh rupees against CSSB pass करवा देंगे. How are you? Uh, you know, how are you convincing that interviewer that with 1 year experience you have CSSB? Right? It makes no sense. Right? So it is important that you don't go for those paid certification amount, and whatever certification you choose to your level. If you are millionaire first, and it is a gradual process, right? I 15 years experience, 14, 16, 10 years experience. It is a gradual process. In day one, in my first job, I did not know anything more than network security concept. Over the period, I learned ISO 27001 and SOC and threat hunting. Threat hunting, I learned last 3 years. After 15 years, in last 3 years, what I learned. So I am still a fresher, as fresher as you in terms of threat hunting, but I'm good at something else. Right? So it is a gradual process. So whatever domains you do, first that you choose, clear the certification of mine. That certification is for me, certification is a proof of your consistency, not the knowledge. Right? Your knowledge does not prove that you are certified, that means you have 100% knowledge. No. Certification proves your consistency, that you are consistent, you studied through your course and you took that course, you consistently gave the exam and you passed it. Right? Because without passing you won't get the certificate. So the consistency is important. In any domain you choose in Infosys or any company you go. Whatever they say, right, you are ready to. That is what consistency means. That you are consistent in learning new things and you are still consistent in learning new things here as well. Right? And you will be in my company also. So even if you don't know certain things, I will hire you because I know you are capable enough to learn in next 2 or 3 months. That's still okay. But you are, giving your 100% in learning it. Right? That is what certification means to me. So make sure that don't worry too much that I need just because I'm fresher and 10 certifications on day one and then I will go for it. Uh, Trust me, that won't go in fact go with your restaurant. Try for 100% condition. Go with basics. Ensure every basics is clear. Your OSL layer, TCP, ports, your networking. If those are clear, trust me, any company you go, you will crack your interview, even though you are fresher. With just this much basics clear, that is more than enough. At least as a fresher, 100% I can get it. Right? So,
Just one last you have done engineering, right? You're so are you getting a degree of MBBS? The things that you are practicing, you should do a certification on that. If you are practicing cloud, then go for cloud certification. You should do a practice on that. Okay. If you are doing a practice of, let's say, SOC, you should go to some routine. Okay. Like SANS is the top level. Okay. Like yeah, okay. Or you can go for no IID also is there. Okay, if you are looking for attack, then also you should practice that. Okay, don't do certification to build it to market. That is a problem. From 2015 onwards, when cloud is there in market, that is a gone. Okay, you go to any certified maker, just go to the grade. If he has done tomorrow, I can do 800 certified cloud security in what you would say, architect or something, cloud specialist. I got to that interview. Okay, I was asking that guy, you are the cloud security certification. He was having 3 years of experience. Then I was asking, can you tell me how you are going to use correlate the AWS cloud logs to BBC? That someone has changed the role and then there's a traffic. Established. He was not going to answer. And he has a cloud security certification. So you should do whatever the practice that you are doing, then do a top level certification for that. Then nobody should do that you in there.
that's what I said. Like if you put 10 certification in your resume, it automatically opens up whole bundle of
I'm not
questions
done
for
any
the interview. Yeah. It is better to go as a fresher with no certification, with just 1 or 2 certification. But if you put 10,
As of
interviewer will ask you 10 more questions. So why to give him or her so many chances of failing you? Just make it simple.
Yeah, so with that, we'll take this certification train open to public. So if any of you have any questions for our panelists or me, just later and will get my goal.
Maybe Manan, I just wanted to add something. Yeah. I believe when my colleague says certifications are not important, it also looks after how do you balance out. I just wanted to say that I am a diploma graduate, right? I just have done my diploma after my child. But when you go into industry, when there are industry specifications, it asks you for a B degree or at least a full-time graduation. So at that time, if I'm having some certification, that adds some value. That's the minor difference that I see.
Okay. So guys, any of you have questions?
What about experience? Like many companies.
What about experience? Like many companies have different criteria. Like one company calculating experience about internships also, and some of companies are not calculating internship experience or like same experience of internship.
I will, if that internship is technical, I will calculate. I will
Relevant to role that, but
yes. Forget about other companies. There are a lot of A and B standards comes into play. Okay, someone will say that okay, 6 months internship. I'm not going to calculate because that is not something that we are experienced. But it is not the case. I've seen one candidate who was from final engineering. He was doing internship, but he was a master of Linux. Okay, within 8 months period of time, he did 6 months internship, and after that, he was continuing with that company for 2 months. He was master of Unix command. Okay, so I want to calculate that internship. I'm ready to have no issues.
I want to know from everyone like what you are expecting. You want to calculate or it's differ from some type of company like startup?
Well, if you are doing internship in some programming industry and now you are applying for some security job, then it is not going to.
If it's relevant, yes. What he means to say is that,
Yes.
see, let's say you do an internship, but you are working in cybersecurity itself, so you are an auditor or something, that will get counted, not an issue. But if you work at a bank at a support role, such as you are looking at ESXi or you are in Vitel team or you are doing patch management, it will not have that much impact when I'm hiring for a full time. That's what I mean.
So even if you don't have internship experience, but let's say you have done some good background thing, and then you are applying for VAPTFC, that is relevant, right? That is more than relevant. You don't even need internship for that. But like he said, if you work at 6 months or 1 year for desktop team or IT or maybe even at a good company, Salesforce, but you were only doing a patch management, and then you all of a sudden you come for threat hunting or SOC, it is not even relevant. You know, very far, right? To the different ends. How do I not calculate that? I will still consider it as a fresher for my infosec role, at least, right? I will understand that you know some processes because you work at good company, you understand process, but you still don't know infosec. But even if you have no internship and you have done some good background and you apply for VA, PT, etc., I consider that. That yes, you know something. For 6 months you were doing, OWS with top 10, you know vulnerabilities. Right? That is more than enough. So that has to be relevant to the role, right? If you are doing internship in VAPT, apply for VAPT jobs. You were looking for SOC, work in SOC internship only, and then apply for SOC role. Anything relevant to that. That is more than enough.
I would clear everything you have, Omkar, because I know the mindset you had behind the question. I'm not sure if they know. To the answer to your question that you are asking is, no amount of internship that you are looking for, no amount of experience that you're looking for will ever suffice to the overthinking you're doing right now. I answered your questions off record also, and on record I'm telling you, you just need to be confident in whatever you are saying and whatever you're doing because you have the relevant experience, you have done PT, you have done RT. The roles you will apply for, as per my understanding, are mostly into that offensive security domain. So you already have the right internships, you have the right knowledge, you have the right certifications. The only thing is stopping you right now is yourself. Only.
I think it is very, very bad.
There is, as
Try
per
to
my
think.
understanding and knowledge, there is no medicine or pills that we can help you with. Experts have tried.
You can practice this thing. Uh,
overthinking भी है. I'll say convert that overthinking to positive way so that हाँ मुझे ये करना है, बट एक काम पहले सबके लिए अप्लाई कर दे. सारे जॉब जो दिख रहे हैं ना जॉब बोर्ड पे सबको अप्लाई कर, एंड देन जस्ट गो थ्रू द जेडी, अंडरस्टैंड द जेडी पॉइंटर्स, और फिर सोच कि ये मेरे ओवर थिंकिंग के क्राइटेरिया में सेट हो रहा है क्या.
And guys, no certifications will ever get you into any of the jobs. At the end, certification is just a piece of paper. It's your knowledge that counts. सर्टिफिकेशन के पीछे एक कॉमन अंडरस्टैंडिंग होगी. अगर आपने सर्टिफिकेशन किया है तो आपने उसकी प्रिपरेशन की होगी. प्रिपरेशन के साथ आपकी नॉलेज आएगी, योर नॉलेज ऑफ थियरी, एंड व्हेन यू पुट इट टू द एप्लीकेशन पार्ट, कि अगर आपने कोई कोड स्कैन किया है, आपने कोई वल्नरेबिलिटी का कोई स्कोप बना उसे एक्सप्लॉइट करने के लिए, और आपने उसे प्रैक्टिस किया अपने अटैक बॉक्स में, सो यू कैन एक्सप्लॉइट अ वल्नरेबिलिटी. दैट विल इम्प्लाई दैट आप एक गुड पीएपीटी हंटर, आपने थ्रेट हंटिंग की है, आपका वो स्कैनिंग है, आपको दिमाग में रिकॉग्निशन में बेहतर चलता है, मींस दैट यू विल बी गुड इन द रेड टीमिंग पार्ट. यू कैन बी अ गुड सर्टिफाइड एथिकल हैकर. ठीक है, courses. And trust me, I have personally seen a lot of seniors, a lot of my juniors who have no experience, they have OSCP, just because they got a call one day anonymously that a company can help them get an OSCP. They just have to sit in front of the laptop. Trust me guys, market में ऐसी ऐसी companies है who will help you in covering your years of gap as well. So बहुत scam, बहुत spam होता है. Try to understand of what portals you're getting yourself into, because once you have started in the wrong direction, people will try to pull you back, but every time you are struck with a problem, you will look for ways in which you can get it out yourself out.
It's better to fail at OSC.
Better to fail, better to learn. If you all know Ronak, he failed his OSWE in first attempt. He failed OSWE, and that too he's from a commerce background. One of the best red teamers
Yes.
I have ever come across. Chinmay Shinde Joshi, he failed his OSCP exam in his first attempt. One of the best red teamers I have come across. Again, he's from a commerce background. Both of them are non-tech guys, but they're doing phenomenally good in IT. Ronak travels to he travels abroad and he gives his speech. He's phenomenally good. कोई सर्टिफिकेट की तुम्हें जरूरत है, when you speak to him you get to know that this guy knows things he's speaking about.
His
The people
boss
are-
is my friend. Ronak का जो boss था in previous
The people I'm sitting with right now, they have far more experience than, and no piece of certification can justify their knowledge they're having right now. That's what I'm telling you.
उसका तो सर्टिफिकेशन ही नहीं है.
So it's about the journey.
the person sitting over here, right, Ronak? Yeah. So he's a technical guy. His boss was he's my friend. He hired only based on his knowledge earlier. उसने OSCP किया था, but his knowledge is way far. His interest or for finding bugs, red teaming, उसका concepts, his strategy, too good. So based on that, we hired here also. When he was hired at the North South Club.
So basically, it all comes down to your own self कि तुम्हें क्या करना है. You have to analyze yourself. Self-analysis will only get you in any field you want to make it. And be confident. Confidence is the key. हर चीज में. Even if you're asking question out of the crowd you're sitting in, you have to be confident. You have to be vocal. बिना mic के भी I'm speaking good, I guess. Why do you need a mic to express yourself? You just have to be confident जो भी पूछ रहे हो. No question, and so said, no question is silly question. तुम्हारे दिमाग में it's a problem. If it's out, it's better. Better out than in.
And I feel as a student, you have the chance to explore. Try and try. If you want, like, I'm trying VAPT right now, and then you feel like, okay, I want to try something else. So you should try it, and even if you're failing, you have the chance to go and pursue it again, or you can pursue something else. Until unless you try it, you might not be knowing it. If you are sure you want to go in cybersecurity, there are many different niches that you can be a part of. I would say go ahead, try it, get some guidance from third person, and even if you fail, it's alright. There's no harm or foul. You're a student right now, and you are allowed to fail at this point, and you can go ahead and do what you like.
Like I would say, chase failure. Apply करो. इंटरव्यू में पता चल जाएगा कि इस पानी में है हवा. So it's like, see, before even getting into the mindset of switching, you should be looking at कि भाई मेरे को ये चीज बैठ रही है कि नहीं बैठ रही है. So when you give 20 interviews at a stage, you get very clear कि भाई अपना current status कहाँ पे है and what am I missing or what are my 12 points. And just direct your attention towards plus points because cybersecurity is vast hai, or infosec as sir said is that much vast that even focusing on those three things will help you land a job. So with this, we will have one last question, and as we are running at very timely manner, so we will take this last question and we'll wind up. So anybody else has a question? Final. Only final. So this will be fastest finger first question.
So, first of all, just want to thank you all of the speakers for giving your all valuable knowledge. And then I want to ask, like, I'm a second year Vedic student. So, what are those basic topics? As Sir said, cover the basic topics first. So, what are the list of basic topics that we should cover as a perspective of cybersecurity? Any suggestion?
Have you ever heard of YouTube?
Yeah, of course.
ChatGPT?
Yeah, yes.
Google?
Yeah, we are using actually, yeah, it's there, and I'm using it in the working of course. But I want to ask the professional first from you.
Professional view, I would say not really professional, but I would say कि second year में start playing CTFs, capture the flag. Theory पढ़ो, attack box रहेगा, उसमें करो, theory भी आ गई, practical भी आ गया, next works. And professional